everyone will soon be Muslim because of our stupidity. A prominent figure in the Catholic Church has controversially suggested that everyone will soon be Muslim because of rapid growing migration figures. And unlike many other cases, he was not charged with hate crimes for being Islamophobic. How surprising. Mark Stein, in his book America Alone, argued that much of what we loosely call the Western world will not survive the 21st century, and much of it will effectively disappear within our lifetimes, including many, if not most, European countries. Welcome to the world of globalism and cultural Marxism. Let's take a look at a few other incidents emerging within last few days. Muslim imams in Italy will now be taught about the nation's constitution and its values such as free speech, tolerance and pluralism, and it will cost taxpayers around £80,000. Perhaps Scottish government should also take up such a stand to educate not only Muslim imams but also its Christian priests, as recently a passage from the Holy Quran that denies one of the central tenets of Christian faith was sung aloud at a cathedral service. Multiculturalism couldn't have enriched the Swedish community any further, as the latest official statistics shows that sexual assault jumps by 70%, and now more than 13% women are fearful to go out in the evening. Swedish hospitals are now getting full with babies of the Somalian Muslims at a rate double that of the native Swedes, and as a result, the expecting mothers are now being sent to Finland. If the current trend continues, how long will it take before the country becomes an Islamic state? A Swedish district is almost broke due to the flood of refugees. As far as it is known, it is the first time a municipality has resorted to such drastic measures. In the meantime, the two stateless refugees have been jailed as they abducted a Swedish woman at gunpoint, chained her to a water pipe in the basement of a Muslim-owned shop, and gang-raped her for hours. On one occasion, she was raped by two people simultaneously. And now, those refugees cannot be deported because they came to Sweden without any identification papers. 5 out of those 7 migrants who conducted this crime are now set free due to lack of evidence. The ruling party in Sweden, who saved the nation from the stigma of Islamophobia, have been very successful to turn Malmö into a no-go zone which now needs military intervention to reestablish law and order. The question more appropriately is, why should a taxpayer has to pay for a culture that never integrate and are responsible for destroying its society from within? As very recently emerged, a 14-year-old child bride was gang-raped by 8 Muslim immigrants inside an asylum center. The 28-year-old German soldier who brought this issue to light told that the worst of his experiences were when he had to work with the refugees. On one occasion, he had to search for the forcibly married child bride who was raped by 8 men. That he finally found the bleeding child hiding under a bed. An Austrian agency reported that as many as 15 million African migrants to arrive in Europe by 2020. Gruesome violation and sex crimes committed by Muslims are literally rocketing all across the continent, and police and the ruling multicultural elite is either busy running away or in most cases hiding the incident, as female mayor of Cologne tried to do after the New Year's Eve mass assaults. But they are apparently very proactive when it comes to silencing the people who dare to take to the streets protesting those atrocities. A mayor in Netherlands is now facing criminal charges after ordering refugees to obey curfew on the New Year's Eve. In the meantime, a police chief has been fired in the UK as he committed the ultimate crime of sharing a Facebook post calling for banning Sharia law. One picture he shared was captioned, "Isn't it weird in Britain our flag offends so many people but our benefits don't?" This is the same Britain which has been culturally enriched by Pakistani Muslim men who systematically abused thousands of underage British children, gang raping them for decades. An African refugee was caught masturbating in front of a minor in a German swimming pool, who then asked the victim girl, "Do you want to see more?" However, there is also a flicker of hope in the midst of all this darkness. Czech president recently said that their country do not want Muslims because Muslims refuse to integrate. After Poland, Hungary and Slovakia have been speaking out, Czech Republic has taken a public stand against the Muslims. Hungary is now putting in its first batch of border hunters who will patrol the country's reservoir fence alongside soldiers to keep the migrants out. Hopefully, these kind of steps will be taken in many other countries all across to keep its people safe. In the coming videos, we will discuss the future of European continent and the rise of the populist movement and its impact on the upcoming elections. So stay tuned and hope to see you in the coming videos. Thanks for watching.